reading the second episode of the book Secret Path of Shadows by Sneha Lodha. Aria felt a cold knot form in her stomach. She needed to get more information. What did they say? Anything that might give us a clue? The man hesitated, then whispered. They spoke of a message, a letter they needed to find before the full moon. Before she could ask more, a crash sounded outside, followed by a shout. "Captain! It's an ambush!" Aria spun around, rushing to the door, sword drawn. "Stay here," she commanded Yarak. As she burst through the doorway, she saw her squad under attack by a group of masked figures clad in black, the unmistakable garb of the Shadow Veil. "Hold the line," she shouted, joining the fray. Her sword flashed in the fading light as she parried a blow from one attacker and struck back with a swift, precise thrust. The figure crumpled to the ground, and she turned to face another. The fight was chaotic, but Aria's training and instincts took over. She fought with a mixture of grace and ferocity, her movements fluid and purposeful. One by one, the attackers fell, but they fought with a desperate determination that suggested they were trying to buy time for something, or someone. "Rodric, to me," she called out, slicing through another assailant. "We need to find out what they're after." Rodric nodded, his face flushed with adrenaline. "Aye, Captain." Together, they pushed forward, cutting through the remaining attackers until only a few were left. The survivors, seeing their comrades defeated, turned and fled into the surrounding woods. "After them!" Rodric shouted, but Aria raised her hand. "No," she said, her voice steady. "Let them go. We need to find out what they were looking for." Rodric looked puzzled. "But Captain, they could lead us to their leader." Aria shook her head. "They were stalling us for a reason. I need to know why." She turned back toward the tavern, her mind racing with possibilities. Inside, she found Yarak still cowering in the corner, his face pale. "Tell me about this message," she demanded. "What did they say exactly?" Yarak hesitated, then reached into his coat and pulled out a crumpled piece of parchment. I found this on the floor after they left." Aria took the parchment and unfolded it. The writing was in a strange code, but one word stood out at the top: Alaric's Rest. Her heart pounded. The capital. Whatever the Shadow Veil was planning, it involved Alaric's Rest. She had to warn the king. "Rodric," she said, turning to her guardsman. "We ride back to the capital. Now." "But, Captain, no arguments." Aria snapped. "If this is what I think it is, we don't have much time." She tucked the parchment into her armor and mounted Storm, her mind already racing ahead to what lay ahead. She knew that uncovering the truth about the Shadow Veil would not be easy, but something deep inside told her that this was only the beginning. As they galloped toward Alaric's Rest, Aria couldn't shake the feeling that she was riding straight into a storm that would test her loyalties, her courage, and everything she believed in.